Hi everyone, I'm Christina with Sanctuary Within You, and I am doing my regular Tuesday pick a card pile. And I had a feeling today that we will go into a little bit more relationships, maybe. Yes, Mercury is in retrograde in Libra, but also it's just something, relationship is just something that always reflects what we are working with or what we are called to work with, both in triggers and how it reflects us and all of those things. And these are relationships in both love and friendship and colleagues and bosses, everyone around us. So I have a feeling we'll go in a little bit more on that today. So the crystals that you get to choose from, the piles that you get to choose from today is Smoky Quartz. Number 1 is a Smoky Quartz. Number 2 is an orange Selenite. And number 3 is a Blue Apatite. So Smoky Quartz, orange Selenite, or Blue Apatite. And I'll try to remember to put the timestamps down below as well. We are just coming off of the Pisces full moon, so there might have been a lot of intensities, emotions, things coming up to the surface to be healed and transformed as well, to see where boundaries needed to be set in place, both with others and yourself. So if you felt it this weekend, I'm with you, I hear you. And let's start. Let's see here. So we are going to start with pile number 1, which is the Smoky Quartz. Okay, so all right. So we are looking at, I feel like, a new relationship, to tell you the truth, in however form, with a lot of both passion and play, with the dolphins here as well. So this sets the tone for you who chose pile number 1. And so, yeah, this can be, you're definitely called here to embrace the play, embrace your passions, your desire, having that fun time, so that you can fully be in your radiance. Because when you are, that's when you are attracting the new, and new that share. You can be passionate. If it's a love relationship, it can be very passionate, but it's also something that I feel like just attracting people that you share your desires and passions with, right? Like-minded people that you can get excited with. So that's on the horizon for you. And so, because I always like to go into the manifestation energy, what energy are we in, or what are we being called to go into deeper within with this? That's what we'll do. So the medicine card for this, the help for this, it's going to be a new journey for you. Maybe you are just someone that have worked on who you want to attract, or what kind of people that you want more of in your life, and therefore they are coming in. And this is a new journey, maybe something that you haven't quite experienced yet. And I feel like whoever pick this pile, I feel like you have done your inner work because this is what I started off this whole reading saying for everyone, is that the more we do our inner work, or rather relationships always reflect where we are on an inner level. So for you who are listening to this, for this pile, have probably done a lot of inner work to see where the giving, receiving, how has relationship been in the past, what is it that I don't like with that, and what pattern am I repeating from my core, and core wounding too. And you've probably done a lot to heal that for you to call in this new. So therefore it might be a new journey. It might feel a little bit scary or unusual, but at the same time, this is all good stuff coming in, even if it's new and even if it's on a level that you haven't experienced before. So embrace that, stepping out of your comfort zone. I know how it is, but that's where we grow, even if it's uncomfortable. We have to kind of put us in that uncomfortableness, which I feel like you who are listening to this, you know this because you've done so much healing already. So this is exciting. When it comes to the spiritual field here, this is the Eight of Swords. And how I'm feeling this and how this card usually comes up for me is that when you have a blindfold on, and maybe here you're not seeing actually the improvements that you have done, the healing that you have done. And you might feel a little bit stuck because of that, or you've been working on this and manifesting this for quite some time and is not yet here. So you feel stuck because of that. And if this is you, this is about in the spiritual field to go in and really, again, as I started this reading saying, like being in your radiance, because when you are, then you can take that blindfold off and you can start appreciating yourself. So this is about giving yourself self-love on how far you've come, I feel like, so that you don't miss that, because that's also that attraction energy. When the more self-love we can give ourselves, the more we heal, the more proud we can be over ourselves, and the more unique we can be in our gifts and in our soul journey and all of that. So pour a lot of self-love on yourself, especially if you're not feeling it or seeing it. I want you to see yourself and everything that you've done and are doing, and everything that you are as well. In the action field, here's the King of Swords. So this is really continuing being intentional. Do your intentional rituals. Write down, manifest, watch where your mind goes, course correct. I'm definitely feel like I'm talking with people here who knows what I'm saying, who knows what I mean with these terms. But yeah, keep your ritual, keep your manifestation, keep your mind straight of where you are going towards your highest dreams here. Okay, so really act on your intentions and keep going, keep focusing. The more you take action on that next level self that you've been calling in and magnetizing, the sooner it will come, and the sooner you will be there too, so that the energy that meets you can match even more amazingness of who you are. And then in the future field, this is how, actually I'm going to do another card here, I feel like too. But this is how you perceive the future. So with the High Priestess here, this is for you. You're just coming into a soul-led life. You have that portal open, and if you feel like there's still more work to do in that, stick with your routine, so that you can keep that portal open between the divine and the human life. And that's what I call living a soul-led life. That's what I call my mentorship, because that's what I help everyone with, to be so in sync with your intuition, with your soul journey, so that you live it and see it and breathe it every single day, so that you can act it out in this human life and experience all the amazingness that comes with living a soul-led life. So keep doing that. And then I wanted to see here, one outcome card, please. Okay. So if you feel like there is, if this that I've been saying now is kind of leading to, you feel like, okay, is it, again, I kind of coming back to that, but this time it was the Ten of Wands of, if you feel like, oh, this is an uphill battle, this is a lot of work right now, know that you are setting these foundations for you to possibly make this a very, long-lasting relationship. You're setting yourself up with foundations that are going to be really, really beneficial to have when this new relationship comes in. So just remind yourself of that. If it feels like you're still so focused and intentional and all of that, and keep working on it. And then the last one for you. Okay, where you're tripping yourself up or have a tendency to trip yourself up. This might be, again, that you're not quite seeing your own fire, not quite seeing your own passions. Because it's the Queen of Wands here, but because I pulled it as how you trip yourself up, is that you need to really look at to seeing all of you, all the amazingness you are, all the passions that you are, all the projects you keep diving into and being courageous about it. Like all of this is amazing. So keep on embracing that and see it in yourself. Like turn that love that you probably have for everyone else towards yourself so that you can see yourself and love yourself more along this path as well. See anything else that's coming through for you? Keep going. It's just what I'm feeling. Like you're so close, and always when we're so close, that's when we're at that pivotal point, and when we want that breakthrough, that's what's going to make the breakthrough happen, is the thing that usually stops us when we're kind of ready to give up. So just keep going so that you can just break right through there and receive this amazing new relationship, or several relationships might be as well, might be like that soul tribe that you're calling in and that are just around the corner, really. If you resonate with this, comment below how this felt for you, subscribe, or send other people here to subscribe to my channel too. Every Tuesday I do this. Also, if you want a resource for this next, let's see here, is it the next 22nd? September 22nd is a fall equinox. So I have a ritual then where you can even more kind of steady your intentions, see how far you've come, kind of harvest all the stuff, as well as being intentional with where you're going this fall. So if you want to join me in that will be really powerful to kind of anchor this energy into. I'll put the link in the comments below for that one as well. And I'm also in launch with my transformational program, Soul Blossom, now as well. And this week you get special prices, early birds, all the extra stuff. So go and check that out. That will help you trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing, transform, giving you all the tools to heal and transform, to create that routine for that steady spiritual life and soul-led life, as well as yummy manifestation practices and energies as well. And this is a highly transformational program. Everyone that's gone through it before has literally changed some or a lot of aspects of their life because I go to the core of the wounding. That's where we do the deep healing, and then we just unleash everything that stands in your way of your highest dream. So if that's something that's calling you, if you're ready to take that leap into truly going your soul journey and walking your talk and your path, then go to sanctuarywithinyou.com/soulblossom and check it out. DM me for any questions and join us. It's going to be amazing. I have extra bonuses in there as well. So, all right. Pile number 2, the orange selenite. Pile number 2. All right, so you who chose pile number 2, and as I said today, we're going into relationships a little bit more. So it's actually the love card and the tower card here. And for me, being a Scorpio moon and being a transformational queen, the tower card, it's nothing scary if that's what you feel when you see the first impression that when you see this. This is just telling me that you are on a journey and I feel like for you, this is probably coming in as a self-love message as well. You've been really, really working on your self-love, and because of that, or you are in the midst of it, and because of that, and because I do relationships today, people are probably falling away. And I know how emotionally hard that can be, especially if you have really emotional ties with these people, right? But the thing is that when people fall away, I want you to raise your perspective to kind of come into that, to your soul journey, to the higher perspective, to see, well, are they falling away because they don't fit you anymore? You've outgrown them. A relationship is they're outgrown. They're maybe limiting you at the moment, even though the heartstrings can still be attached, and we can still kind of want to hold on to something that something that is lovely and something that's comfort. But the thing is that something better always come when we let go. And I feel like it's doing this, as I said, because you have committed to you and to more self-love. So I understand that this can be in a very emotional time. Obviously, reach out for support. Really do self-love practicing here and reach out for support, especially if it's a hard time to see that perspective or to see the strings too. I do a lot of cord cutting sessions, not to cut people out, but cut the patterns out that is not beneficial to you anymore, because that's probably why they're falling off, so that we can kind of clarify there, right? So this is probably you, what's happening right now. And this can be more or less intense, right? The Tower card can be really, really intense, and it can also just be that it just kind of happened naturally, right? So the medicine card for this, to help for this, to navigate through this, is the Magician. So this is telling me to really use all your tools. Okay, this is all your if you're into healing practices, like all your support that you have, your own tools. If you follow me for a while, you know that I have a plethora of tools that I use all the times for myself, for my clients, to kind of see what you're working with right now and what's beneficial for you to use, both in healing and manifestation and clarifying and all of those things, right? So this is making sure that it's beneficial if you make sure that you use all your tools. And also here again, reach out for help. I'm here if you have other coaches, healers, anything like that, that can help you navigate through this. When you go through so much change, it can be not only mentally challenging, but then it's like it's that integration that needs to happen as well in between, because especially if you're breaking like core patterns here, that's a lot of work. Also, you probably need a lot of rest because of it. So really letting everything sink in and integrate as well, and then reach out for help for anything that can support you. Anything from, nutrition and food, to proper rest, to like-minded people, friends, colleagues, going out in nature, unless you're smoked in like I am, because Northern California has a big wildfire. But do all those things, as well as your mental and spiritual well-being. Super, super important here. I've gone through huge life changes in my life when my whole support network has fallen off. Literally, my family passed away, and I know how it is when you're in the middle, especially if you're listening to this and it's really intense, right? So this is about supporting yourself and reaching out for the support so that you can come out of this not only alive, but transformed and alive, right? Not just survival. Yeah, okay, we'll go on. I can talk about this subject for so long, and that is why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's why I'm coaching the way I'm coaching, to help people through big changes in life, whether you chose them or not, right? So in the spiritual field here, this is again finding balance here, making sure that you are. Yeah, it has to do with like earthly matters. So that you are eating properly, so you don't skimp on those things, especially if you end up a lot in your head and it's stressful and all of those things, then it might be easy to skimp on the good food, or to skimp on sleep and skimp on your, meditation rituals and all of that kind of stuff. But this is really making sure that that's in balance, so that you don't juggle other people's energies more than your own. So this is boundaries that needs to be set here, I feel like, as well, so that again you can come out of this wiser and healthier and more whole and more everything than before. In the action field here with the 7 of Cups here, I feel like this is a lot of opportunities, a lot of different ways to go, but I feel like this coming up for you here in this whole reading, I feel like this has to do more with maybe that you're scattered in what action steps to take, and that is again coming back to your center, and so that you can act from your soul, from this place that always knows your highest good. So when the mind trips you up and stress and anxiety, all the things, that's when this practice is extra important, so that you can get out of your mind and into your heart. If there's any hard decisions that you need to take, or just those boundaries that you need to hold, that's not always easy to hold because of emotional attachments. This is making sure that you make decisions from your heart and not from the comfort level of maybe past conditionings. Okay, just putting that out there. And the future, we have perceiving the future. This is probably, this is also a balance, the scale on here too. So this is also balancing, as well as the Two of Pentacles here, and here's the Six of Pentacles. This is that balancing scale of making sure that, yes, you might find yourself in the position where you can give a lot. Especially some of you, this is going to resonate with some of you and some of you not. Depends on where you are in this journey of letting go. For some of you, this letting go is going to provide freedom, and it's going to provide that freedom for you sooner rather than later. For some of you, it's probably going to take more time. Depends on what you're working through and how it shows up in your life. But I feel like for you who kind of come into that freedom, you might have more to give to others because of it. But then also it's that scale again of making sure that you don't overgive, so that you keep for yourself. And I just felt right there, if there's any thoughts of feeling that, oh, you're egotistic in that negative connotation of when you take things for yourself, that might not be true. It might be that you're so used to giving more than you have in terms of your energy or money or whatever that is, time, energy, money, that it might feel like it's not right to take care of yourself more, when it actually is right, because you're used to having the scale the other way, and that's what you're used to. So you think that this is a balance, while it's actually quite not. This might be that you're learning to receive more, so that, people can give to you, and so that you can instead appreciate that and watch that of that reaction of like, oh no, I got this. Practice receiving more. So this might show up a little bit different from for you, depends on who's watching here. I'm gonna do a couple more cards for you. Also, I just want to say I have some other things too, but I do have one single session left at the end of this week for all of September. If you want to grab just a single one-on-one session with me, I have a group ritual and I have my group program starting, but I just wanted to put it out for you if you're going through a lot right here. So outcome card is really coming into the space where it's kind of time to assess. Are you going to keep going? And with that, are you going to receive the blessings, or see the blessings that this initial tower frees you to receive? So this is in the future field, like the outcome card of this. So just being aware of that, because I feel like there's so much blessings to be had of it, but it's also about seeing it, so you don't fall into old patterns again. And then I asked where you trip yourself up, and with the Six of Wands here, which is a very beautiful celebration card, but because it came up in the field of where you trip yourself up, it might be that you're not feeling or seeing the celebration that this falling away is actually leaving room for. Again, it's like when things fall away, It's to create room for something better. And you might trip yourself up there and not seeing or feeling that. And that's where, inner child healing, cord cutting, all of those things are really, really good energy tools to help support you in this process. Okay, so let me know how this resonates for you. Comment below or in my Facebook group, or come into my Facebook group if you're not in there, and subscribe to this channel, and share with anyone else you think might benefit from this Tuesday card piles. I have my very transformational program Soul Blossom in launch right now, and this week you can get different specials, early bird through actually when you are looking at this Tuesday, it's the last day to snatch the really early bird price, and then the price go up again this weekend, so you still have time to get some deals there. And this is for you who really want to say yes and make a commitment to you, to your soul journey, to bring out that courage of, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bet on myself so that I can guide you into your intuitive practices, into stability within yourself, healing practices, as well as manifestation practices, tools. And while you're being held to go through all of this, while I hold that space for you. And it's a beautiful group program, so we're healing a lot of group or trust issues as well. It tends to be really, really beautiful. So that's in launch again. Soul Blossom, check it out. I'll put the link below. Also, I have a full Equinox ritual coming up next week on the 22nd. If you just want to kind of dip your toe in, or go all in and just like wanted to be in that space of several people doing ritual work into what you've been harvesting this summer and where your focus is for the fall, that will help you to clarify that for you and give you some extra self-love, because that's what I'm all about. All right, that was it for pile number 2. And now we have pile number 3, which is the Blue Apatite. Good for the throat chakra, by the way, and speaking your truth. All right, so you have as your center cards the Alchemist and the King of Wands. Let's see here. Yeah, that way. So how I feel here, you are really going for it. You who picked this pile, you are acting on your desires or being called to act on your desires, but I feel like you kind of already are in it, or it's just that like this is the extra maybe, or the last little confirmation you need to take that action, right? Because acting on your desires with the Alchemist card here too, this is just so beautiful, because that's the thing. When you act on your desires, when you act on your going after your highest, wildest, most impossible dreams that are not impossible at all, when you connect to your infinite possibilities, then you get, the universe helps you being put into places where you can heal the limitations that show up in order for you to fully have that full dream of yours and all those passions and desires. So for you to set your energy on that, then you will have the opportunities and synchronicities to go through any healing processes that you might need. Because what you're doing right now is just alchemizing it all into gold, into your dreams. I love this energy. So even like a support through this is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about keep going. The harvest is here or right around the corner if it's not here already. Keep going, because this work that you've been doing has really propelled you forward at this point. And you will or are already harvesting that. Let me feel into this too. I felt a message too here, like this is because I chose to have this whole Tuesday today with all these pick-up piles with relationships. I feel like here too, like make sure that you prioritize to also, even if it's that like steady going, but it's also about being with like-minded people that support you, support your vision, support your dream, and all of that. And because that's also a part of doing the work, right? It's about enjoying life in the moment as well. And the more people that you are surrounding yourself with, it doesn't have to be that many, but that's not what I meant. But the more you surround yourself with people that support that, that's also a part of, because you're kind of raising your vibration, you're in that yummy vibration. So don't forget that, even though it's a steady going forward, right? In the spiritual field here in the Knight of Wands, this is, I feel like this in the spiritual field, this is where what you're being called to meditate about or journal about. And this has to do with, as I said in the beginning, these like the passion that you are acting on, desires you're acting on. There's also something that's for you, that's good for you to also sit with and meditate with, and maybe manifest, do a manifestation meditation and all of that kind of stuff, so that you can fully feel, like dream detailed, what is it that really lights you up? What are your passions, desires? Maybe there's some more things that you can put into that manifestation basket, as I call it, or your Northern Star. Because there's new ideas coming here. So also give time, and maybe that's why the Seven of Pentacles came up there too. Like there's still, it's kind of like more work to be done, or more manifestation work to be done as well, so that you can really just open up, and also so that you can allow all your passions to come out. Sometimes we're kind of good at settling or saying, oh, this is, it's good enough. How can it be better than this? But your passions, your dreams might have changed recently too. So this is about kind of sitting with that, allowing that to come in before you act. And then when you have that anchored within you, then you can act. So because it's coming in the spiritual field, I feel like it's not, because otherwise the Knight of Wands can be, new offers, passion projects, people coming in as well. But I feel like it's a little bit more internal for you here, so that they can come externally as well. And when it comes to action steps, that's interesting. This kind of reading is kind of changing a little bit as we go. It's not changing necessarily, but just going deeper into it. This is the Four of Pentacles. So this might be that, just kind of be aware of where you're holding on too tightly because of all this passion and new ideas and healing that you're doing. There might be another people, since we're talking about relationships here, people that you are holding on to, or even ideas of people that you're holding on to a little bit too tightly, or trying to control, or just kind of like, hold on a little bit. And to be aware of this, because when you're aware, then you have the choice of what you are willing to, or that you want to hold on to, and also what you can let go of. Because how I'm feeling this is that there's so much new stuff coming here. So why not let go to create space for the new to come in? So there's a lot of trust here too. So you're probably working with that trust as well. Because then in the future card, the future field, and how to perceive the future and what to have in your mind's eye as you're creating all this manifestation, is the Two of Cups. And this is the soulmate card here. So this is where you're heading, but it's important that you have it in your vision that that's possible, and that you can believe in that and trust in that, so that you can let go, because this is the action step of holding on, right? So I mean, you all have a free choice of how you want to do this, but I just feel like there is, because of the passion and the power, desires that you've put out there, there's new coming, but it won't come until you let go. That's how it is. We have to create space first, because otherwise, if it's not going to come if you're holding on to this, because then it wouldn't be a stretch, right? And if you're looking for if you're looking for this amazing soulmate relationship, then then you have to let go of what's comforting but a little bit limiting, or what's not all of this, right? And this can be in it doesn't have to be a partner, love partner. This can be in friendships, it can be in work colleagues as well. But you have to dare to let go in order to create space for that new to come in. I'm going to do a couple more cards for you here. I feel like manifestation practices, like a routine, a routine and manifestation practices is really healthy for you now. And also a part of the inner child healing with this card coming up too, I feel like as well. And then focusing on what you're manifesting when you're not settling for anything, when you are manifesting your highest, most amazing, impossible dreams that are not impossible. All right, so, so in the future, as an outcome, if you go this journey, you're going to come into a more introspective space, which all of this that I've talked about now kind of brings out, right? Because then you probably really, going through these steps are going to really clarify for you. These are my passions. These are my desires. They might look different now than they did a year ago, or 2 years ago, 5 years ago, or 15 years ago. And you might be in this pivotal space, right? You feel all this with all this, fire and alchemy here. You feel all this, but then there's still parts of you that holds on to comfort. And when you start to see what's possible, and when you start to see where you've been settling, then it can bring you into this space of really, really going within, so that you can anchor within yourself and into your infinite possibilities. And also, as I say, I feel that healing coming in here too. And also, for some of you, you might be holding, again, that holding on of just like, what are you really fighting for? What are you holding on to that doesn't serve you anymore? I feel like that's what this might be leading you to, just that clarity, both that, as I said, and then the manifestation of what is actually possible for you to have in the amazingness. And this makes so much sense, and this card popped out too, where you're tripping yourself up. The Tower and the Fool here. So this is telling me that since this is coming up in the tripping yourself up field, this is probably you're afraid to let go. And a Tower moment can be more or less intense, but it's all about letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. So you might have fears blocking you from this. And because of that, it's also blocking you from this new journey. You're afraid of taking that new journey because a new journey is always into the unknown. As I said, we have to let go and take that step into the unknown before we can create and leave room and call in all the good stuff. So I'm feeling that hesitation in that, holding on and all that is coming through the whole reading here. So with that, know that, seek support. This is what I do. This is why I have the programs I have to help you through challenging transitions in time, and to help you, not if you might not be going through it right now, but it might be that, okay, I'm at this pivotal point. I really want something more out of life. What is that more? What are my passions, my desires? How can I manifest that at the same time healing the parts that wants to hold on to that comfort? And this is why I'm here to help you. You might have someone else, but don't be afraid to reach out if you are ready to take this step and to just bring out the courage within you to let go, and so that you can call in the soulmate relationships in all ways of life, right? If you're ready to just okay, I'm just going to take that leap and jump, then I'm here for you. I am in the middle of launching my signature program, Soul Blossom, which is a fully transformational program where you anchor into yourself, your spiritual journey, your soul journey, your soul path. And I'm giving you all this healing tools as well as manifestation tools and intuitive tools and journeying as well. And this is 8 transformational weeks, truly. So you have early bird pricing available. Today's the last day for the special early bird, but then you have a few more days until the price goes up this weekend again. So if you're ready to let go, then check that out, because I will be there and support you through this. This is what I do. I support through love, through tools, so that you can come out so much stronger, so that you can come out knowing what to do, what tools to use to center yourself and ground yourself through any transitions in life. So if that's calling you, check it out. It's called Soul Blossom. I'll put the link below. My website is sanctuarywithinyou.com, and that's /Soul Blossom, obviously. If this resonates, put a comment below how this feels for you. Come into my Facebook group, comment there as well. Join my fall equinox ritual next week on the 22nd. If you want just clarity in moving forward, as well as just some self-love from how far you've come already, that's what I'm all about. And that's on the 22nd of September. A really beautiful and powerful time to set those future intentions as well. And invite anyone else into this card readings if you feel like it's helped you and might help other people as well. So thank you so much for today. Come back next Tuesday, subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.